My interaction with Greg began at the end of 2011, beginning 2012 timeframe, when this office prosecuted a number of individuals responsible for the death of Amy Deal. It was right around that time frame too that Governor Brewer called a child safety task force, and we started looking at what needed to be done to help address problems of horrific homicides of children where there had been previous contact with our child welfare system.
When it came to the Amy Deal case, I was very vocal about how do we implement some type of system in the country that alerts authorities, alerts social services, alerts people in the community that this child was in another state suffering abuse, and when the heat got too hot there and the authorities started moving in, they got up and took off. And they were able to start fresh in another state with no knowledge of the history in that state from which they came.
I was just so impressed by his compassion and passion to protect the safety of children. And I thought that this guy was destined to be a leader.
I just detest evil. And I detest when someone hurts somebody who's weak. And, you know, my whole career has been, surrounded by trying to protect people.
Greg has probably had more impact on the safety of children in Arizona than just about anybody else in a similar time frame. And thankfully, he's also humble enough to know that he may be in the center of it, but there are a whole lot of other people who contribute to our child welfare system.
Understanding each other's roles and respecting those roles and contributing to the success of each multidisciplinary partner in those roles is really important for these cases to be successful, to ensure that each part of a child's journey through victimization is met with caring and competent professionals across the way to bring the best outcome possible.
He's compassionate, and he is a leader in not only preserving and protecting the rights of the children that he oversees, but also helping them to participate in the system and giving them a voice.
You could have given the Justice for All Award to Greg McKay just for the work he did as a police officer. You could have given this award to Greg McKay just for the work he did in helping to start up the Office of Child Welfare Investigations. You could just give this award to Greg for the role that he's had as the Director of the Department of Child Safety. So not to call this a lifetime achievement, but for certainly from a standpoint of looking at what he has done to impact our child welfare system, this award is more than deserved.
The professionals that do this kind of work, whether you're a cop or a prosecutor or a social worker or a doctor that investigates child abuse, it's a painful assignment. And people like me in positions of influence need to protect those people as well, so that they can go to work every day strong with the ability to be successful and bring about the best outcome for a child. So, it used to be about protecting children and vulnerable people, and now it's about protecting children, vulnerable people, and those who occupy these system spaces to do that large scale.